Imagine for a moment that the most powerful tool for conquering procrastination isn't something external, like the latest app, a clever productivity hack, or even a groundbreaking time management technique. What if the true key to overcoming procrastination is already inside you, waiting to be discovered and harnessed? This isn't just a hypothetical question, it's a reality rooted in one of the most profound and enduring philosophies known to humankind, Stoicism. The principles of Stoicism have served as a guiding light for countless individuals throughout history, from Roman emperors like Marcus Aurelius to slaves such as Epictetus. For centuries, people have turned to this philosophy to help them navigate the inevitable challenges of life with wisdom, resilience, and an inner tranquility that modern distractions struggle to disturb. In today's fast-paced, constantly connected world, it may seem counterintuitive to turn to an ancient philosophy for something as modern as procrastination, but the Stoic thinkers provide timeless guidance that has the potential to change not just how we handle tasks, but how we live our entire lives. Procrastination, which we all know too well as the act of delaying or postponing tasks, is like a subtle thief that sneaks into our day and robs us of time, energy, and peace of mind. It's that nagging voice in the back of our heads convincing us to put things off, leaving us feeling guilty, stressed, and unfulfilled. Procrastination sabotages our goals, creates unnecessary anxiety, and often becomes a source of profound regret when we look back at missed opportunities. But what if I told you that Stoicism offers a robust, enduring solution to this universal challenge? Instead of relying on external tools, systems, or fleeting motivational tricks to battle procrastination, Stoicism invites us to turn inward, to develop mastery over our own thoughts, and to align our actions with our most deeply held values. This philosophical approach serves as a powerful reminder that despite the distractions and complexities of the modern world, the capacity for purposeful living, productive work, and genuine peace of mind already exists within each of us. The challenge isn't finding new strategies to fix procrastination, but rather learning to tap into the inner wisdom that can guide us towards a life of meaning and accomplishment. Today, we're going to unravel the mystery of procrastination. We will explore its root causes, dissect its grip on our lives, and delve into how the timeless principles of Stoicism can help us not just manage, but conquer this deeply ingrained habit. This isn't merely about ticking off items on a to-do list or becoming more efficient. It's about rediscovering the inherent power we all have to act with intentionality, to live in harmony with our highest ideals, and to ultimately experience a life filled with purpose, satisfaction, and peace. If you're tired of feeling stuck in a cycle of procrastination, if you're ready to break free from the mental and emotional chains that hold you back from your true potential, then you're in exactly the right place. Before we embark on this transformative journey together, I'd like to ask a quick favor. If you find the insights and tools we're about to explore valuable, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement not only supports our mission, but also helps to spread these teachings to others who might be looking for a similar breakthrough. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive in. Together, we will explore how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can illuminate the path to overcoming procrastination and achieving a life of intentional action and lasting fulfillment. Chapter 1. Key Stoic Principles for Overcoming Procrastination. At the very core of Stoicism lies a deep understanding of human nature and our relationship with the world around us. To fully grasp how this ancient philosophy can help us tackle procrastination, we must first familiarize ourselves with some of its essential principles. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the concept of the dichotomy of control, which teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot. This idea is beautifully encapsulated in the words of Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most influential philosophers. Some things are within our power, while others are not. This straightforward yet profound statement forms the bedrock of Stoic thought and offers a powerful framework for addressing procrastination. When we consider procrastination through the lens of Stoicism, understanding what lies within our control becomes crucial. We may not have control over looming deadlines, the complexity of a particular task, or the countless distractions vying for our attention every day. However, we do have complete control over our own thoughts, our judgments, and our actions in response to those circumstances. How often do we find ourselves putting off tasks simply because we feel overwhelmed by factors outside our control? The Stoic approach encourages us to shift our focus away from these external forces and instead direct our energy toward the things we can control, namely our effort, our attitude, and our decision to take action. Even when a task seems insurmountable, breaking it down into manageable pieces reveals that the first step is always within our grasp. Another vital concept in Stoicism is that of virtuous action. The Stoics believed that living a good life meant living in accordance with virtue, which they defined as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Procrastination, in many ways, is a failure of self-control. It represents a momentary lapse in our commitment to wisdom and courage. When we procrastinate, we often choose the path of least resistance, opting for short-term pleasure or avoidance over the long-term satisfaction that comes from living in alignment with our true potential. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength lies in the ability to choose virtuous action over immediate comfort or distraction, recognizing that procrastination is a barrier to the life we aspire to lead. The Stoics also placed great importance on the present moment. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, warned, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." Procrastination, at its core, is a denial of the present moment. It's a way of shoving today's responsibilities onto the shoulders of a future self. But Stoicism teaches us to strip procrastination of its power by fully inhabiting each moment. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, and the present is the only place where we have the power to act, change, and progress. By embracing this focus on the present, we not only increase our productivity, but also live more fully and intentionally. Another key Stoic practice that can be incredibly helpful in overcoming procrastination is negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario. This isn't meant to foster anxiety, but rather to mentally prepare ourselves for any challenges we might face. Often, we put off tasks because we fear failure, imperfection, or discomfort. But by visualizing these outcomes and acknowledging them, we take away much of the emotional weight that procrastination uses to hold us back. What's the worst that could happen if you tackle that daunting task right now? Maybe you'll struggle, maybe you'll fail at first, but as Epictetus reminds us, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The Stoics teach us that temporary discomfort or failure is acceptable. Indeed, it is often necessary for growth and eventual success. Chapter 2. Practical Stoic Techniques for Conquering Procrastination. Now that we've laid the philosophical groundwork, let's move into the realm of practical application. How can we use Stoic techniques to combat procrastination in our day-to-day lives? These techniques are not quick fixes or superficial hacks. They are time-tested methods grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism, designed to help you align your actions with your values and live with greater clarity, purpose, and effectiveness. One of the simplest yet most powerful Stoic strategies is to break tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. The Stoics understood the value of incremental progress. Seneca once advised, "Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it." When faced with an overwhelming task, our natural instinct might be to avoid it altogether. But by breaking it down into smaller, more digestible steps, the task becomes far less intimidating. Instead of thinking, "I need to write a 20-page report," reframe it as, "I'll start by drafting an outline," or "Today, I'll focus on writing the introduction." This approach mirrors the Stoic emphasis on focusing only on what's within our control. While the entire project might feel daunting, that first small step is always something you can handle. Each tiny victory builds momentum and confidence, making the subsequent steps easier to face. Another valuable Stoic technique is the practice of negative visualization. As we discussed earlier, this involves confronting our fears by imagining the worst-case scenario. Take a moment to visualize the most challenging or undesirable outcome of the task you've been avoiding. Maybe the result won't be perfect, or perhaps you'll struggle through it. But ask yourself, can I handle that? The answer is almost always yes. Epictetus wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By preparing ourselves for potential difficulties, we reduce the anxiety that feeds procrastination while simultaneously building resilience. Moreover, negative visualization helps us maintain perspective. Often, the imagined consequences of taking action pale in comparison to the real negative outcomes of procrastination itself. One particularly profound Stoic concept that can motivate us to act is memento mori, the reminder of our mortality. It may sound morbid, but the Stoics used this awareness of life's brevity as a powerful motivator. Marcus Aurelius reflected, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you feel tempted to procrastinate, remind yourself of the preciousness of time. Ask yourself, if today were my last, would I waste it scrolling through social media or watching TV, or would I tackle that important project that I've been avoiding? This mindset shift isn't about inducing panic, but about creating a sense of urgency and purpose. Recognizing the fleeting nature of time can push us to prioritize actions that align with our values and aspirations. Mindfulness and present moment awareness are other effective Stoic tools for overcoming procrastination. Procrastination often stems from dwelling on past failures or worrying about future obstacles. By focusing on the present moment, we can break free from this mental tug-of-war. When you catch yourself procrastinating, pause, take a deep breath, and bring your attention to the present. Ask yourself, what can I do right now, in this moment, to move forward? Marcus Aurelius advised, confine yourself to the present. By focusing on what you can do in the here and now, rather than fixating on past missteps or future fears, you can overcome the inertia of procrastination and make meaningful progress. Finally, a Stoic practice that can dramatically reduce procrastination is reflecting on your values and long-term goals. The Stoics believed that a life well lived was one in alignment with virtue and purpose. When we procrastinate, we often act against our own deeply held principles and aspirations. Take time to reflect on why the task at hand matters to you. How does completing it align with your personal values? How will it contribute to your long-term vision for your life? As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Connecting your daily actions to your overarching values can provide the motivation and clarity you need to break the cycle of procrastination. If this exploration of Stoicism and procrastination has resonated with you, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can continue this journey of personal growth, learning how ancient wisdom can help us overcome modern challenges. Chapter 3. The Power of Discipline in Stoicism. Discipline is one of the most critical virtues in Stoicism and a powerful tool in overcoming procrastination. The Stoics believed that discipline is not merely about self-control, but about aligning our actions with our higher purposes, regardless of our fleeting emotions or circumstances. To the Stoics, discipline was not a restriction, but a gateway to freedom. The more disciplined you are in your thoughts and actions, the more power you have to create the life you desire, free from distractions, fears, and temptations that lead to procrastination. Imagine what it would be like if every day you could act with intention, prioritizing what truly matters without succumbing to the temptations of procrastination. This level of discipline might seem like a lofty goal, but Stoicism teaches us that discipline is cultivated one moment at a time. It's not about grand gestures or overwhelming effort, but about consistently making small, deliberate choices that align with our long-term values. In Stoicism, discipline also ties into the practice of ascesis, or training. Just as an athlete strengthens their body through daily training, a Stoic strengthens their mind through the disciplined practice of philosophical principles. Every time you resist the urge to procrastinate and take action, no matter how small, you are training your mind to follow the path of discipline rather than avoidance. Over time, this repeated practice strengthens your ability to act with purpose and minimizes procrastination's influence over your life. One powerful way to harness Stoic discipline is by creating a daily routine that reflects your values and priorities. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful men in the world, meticulously structured his days to ensure that he was living in accordance with his philosophical beliefs. By incorporating habits that encourage disciplined action, such as setting clear goals for each day, limiting distractions, and reflecting on your progress, you can build a framework that supports your fight against procrastination. Chapter 4. The role of reflection and journaling in overcoming procrastination. The Stoics placed immense value on the practice of self-reflection, often using journaling as a way to assess their actions, thoughts, and progress. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a prime example of this practice, serving as a personal journal where the Roman emperor reflected on his daily struggles, thoughts, and philosophical insights. For modern individuals battling procrastination, journaling can be an invaluable tool for gaining clarity, identifying patterns of avoidance, and reinforcing Stoic principles. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the areas where procrastination has crept in. Ask yourself, what tasks did I avoid today? Why did I choose to delay those actions? What emotions or thoughts were driving my procrastination? By consistently analyzing your behavior, you can uncover the deeper fears or discomforts that lead you to procrastinate. Journaling also allows you to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Every time you resist the pull of procrastination and take a step toward action, record that success. Over time, these small wins accumulate and reinforce the belief that you are capable of overcoming procrastination. Reflection is a form of mental preparation. By looking back at your day, you can mentally prepare for tomorrow, anticipating potential challenges and fortifying your commitment to act with purpose. Beyond daily reflections, Stoicism encourages evening reflections, where you review the day's events and contemplate how you responded to challenges. This practice is a way to assess your progress, adjust your course, and continually strive for self-improvement. Overcoming procrastination requires consistent reflection, a conscious effort to refine your approach to time and action. Chapter 5. Embracing discomfort and the Stoic concept of amor fati. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. Stoics believed that we should embrace everything that happens to us, even the uncomfortable and difficult moments, as necessary parts of our journey. Procrastination often stems from our desire to avoid discomfort, whether it's the discomfort of facing a challenging task, the fear of failure, or even the anticipation of boredom. Stoicism teaches us to confront these feelings head-on, not only to tolerate them, but to embrace them as essential for growth. The Stoics encourage us to lean into discomfort rather than run from it. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By embracing the uncomfortable tasks you've been avoiding, you can begin to see procrastination as a signal that there is something valuable in the challenge ahead. When you feel the pull of procrastination, remind yourself of amor fati. Instead of dreading the discomfort of the task, see it as an opportunity to grow, to build resilience, and to strengthen your discipline. By reframing how you approach difficult tasks, seeing them not as obstacles to avoid, but as necessary steps in your personal growth, you diminish procrastination's hold on you. To cultivate amor fati, start small. Pick one task you've been avoiding, and instead of approaching it with reluctance, practice gratitude for the opportunity to face it. Over time, this shift in mindset will make it easier to confront larger, more challenging tasks with courage and acceptance. Chapter 6. The Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort. In addition to embracing discomfort when it arises, the Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, intentionally putting themselves in challenging or uncomfortable situations to build resilience and mental fortitude. By exposing themselves to hardship, they strengthened their ability to endure life's inevitable difficulties. This practice has direct implications for overcoming procrastination. Procrastination often arises because we avoid tasks that seem difficult or unpleasant. However, by voluntarily engaging in small acts of discomfort, whether it's taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or practicing restraint in a small indulgence, we train our minds to become comfortable with discomfort. The more we practice this, the less likely we are to procrastinate when faced with a challenging task. Voluntary discomfort teaches us that discomfort is temporary and manageable. When you've trained yourself to endure small discomforts, the prospect of tackling a large, difficult task becomes less intimidating. You've already proven to yourself that you can handle discomfort, so why avoid the next challenge? This practice is about building the mental toughness to take action, even when it's uncomfortable, and to realize that procrastination only prolongs discomfort. Chapter 7. Overcoming the fear of failure. Through Stoicism. One of the most common reasons people procrastinate is the fear of failure. We delay tasks because we fear that we won't succeed, that we'll make mistakes, or that others will judge us. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this fear, reminding us that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to embrace as part of the human experience. As Epictetus teaches, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoics believed that we should not judge ourselves based on the outcome of our actions, but rather on the effort and intention we bring to those actions. Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply feedback, an opportunity to learn and improve. When you shift your focus away from fearing failure and instead concentrate on giving your best effort, procrastination loses much of its power. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very challenges and potential failures we fear are the path to growth. When you embrace the possibility of failure, and see it as an opportunity to develop resilience, you are less likely to avoid difficult tasks. Procrastination thrives on fear, but Stoicism encourages us to face those fears head-on, understanding that failure is part of the process of becoming better. Chapter 8. Stoic Mindfulness and the Art of Focus. Mindfulness is a concept we often associate with Eastern philosophies, but it also plays a significant role in Stoicism. The Stoics emphasize the importance of being fully present in each moment, focusing on what we are doing without being distracted by the past or future. In the context of procrastination, this focus on the present is invaluable. When we procrastinate, we often lose ourselves in thoughts of what might go wrong in the future or dwell on past mistakes. Stoic mindfulness helps us break free from this cycle by bringing our attention back to the present task. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Confine yourself to the present," encouraging us to stop worrying about things beyond our control and focus on what we can do right now. To practice Stoic mindfulness, start by setting aside specific periods of time where you focus solely on the task at hand. When distractions arise, gently bring your attention back to the present moment. By practicing mindfulness in your work, you strengthen your ability to concentrate and diminish the allure of procrastination. Chapter 9. The Power of Purpose and Procrastination. One of the most powerful ways to combat procrastination is by connecting your actions to a deeper sense of purpose. The Stoics believed that a meaningful life was one lived in alignment with virtue and purpose. When we procrastinate, we often lose sight of the bigger picture, focusing instead on short-term discomfort or distractions. To overcome procrastination, reflect on your core values and long-term goals. Why is this task important? How does completing it align with your purpose? By connecting even mundane tasks to your larger vision for your life, you can find motivation and clarity that transcends procrastination. As Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When you're clear on your purpose, it becomes easier to take action, even when faced with challenging or unappealing tasks. Chapter 10. The Stoic Approach to Time Management. Stoics understood the finite nature of time, and they emphasized the importance of using it wisely. Seneca's famous words, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short," serve as a powerful reminder that time is our most valuable resource. Procrastination, by definition, is a waste of time. It's a decision to delay meaningful action and defer progress. To adopt a Stoic approach to time management, begin by recognizing the preciousness of each moment. Use techniques like time blocking or setting specific deadlines to ensure you're making the most of your time. Avoid the trap of perfectionism, which often leads to procrastination. Remember that action, even imperfect action, is better than inaction. The Stoic perspective on time also encourages us to focus on what truly matters. Instead of getting lost in trivial tasks, prioritize those actions that align with your values and contribute to your long-term goals. When you recognize the finite nature of time, procrastination becomes less appealing. Every moment of delay is a moment wasted that could have been used to create something meaningful. As we reach the conclusion of this deep exploration into Stoicism and procrastination, it's clear that the wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers offers far more than simple tips for becoming more productive. Stoicism presents a comprehensive framework for transforming our relationship with time, action, and self-discipline. Procrastination, for many, is an ongoing battle, a cycle of delay and guilt that undermines our potential and keeps us from living the life we truly desire. But Stoicism gives us the tools to break free from this cycle, offering profound insights into human nature, motivation, and the pursuit of a virtuous life. At the heart of the Stoic approach to procrastination is the concept of self-mastery. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from the control we exercise over our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. By focusing on what is within our control, our responses, decisions, and mindset, we can rise above the external factors that so often trigger procrastination, such as fear, discomfort, or distractions. This shift in perspective is critical because it empowers us to take responsibility for our actions, to no longer blame external forces for our lack of progress, but to recognize that the power to act, to change, and to achieve is always within us. In overcoming procrastination, Stoicism invites us to embrace discipline not as a burdensome restriction, but as a pathway to freedom and fulfillment. The disciplined mind is one that is not swayed by momentary desires or distractions, but is steadfast in pursuing what truly matters. Discipline, in the Stoic sense, is a form of liberation. It allows us to live in alignment with our values and to prioritize the actions that lead to long-term satisfaction and personal growth. Every time we resist the urge to procrastinate, we strengthen our discipline, building resilience that serves us not just in our work, but in every aspect of life. This form of self-discipline is not about perfection, but about progress. Each step we take toward a disciplined life is a victory over procrastination. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace discomfort as an essential part of life. Procrastination often stems from a desire to avoid the discomfort of difficult or unpleasant tasks. We push things off because we fear the effort, the failure, or the challenge that comes with doing hard things. But the Stoics remind us that discomfort is not to be feared or avoided. Rather, it is an opportunity for growth. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius all emphasized that the path to wisdom and strength is through facing adversity, not shying away from it. By learning to embrace discomfort, whether it's the discomfort of starting a challenging task, confronting failure, or simply enduring boredom, we rob procrastination of its power. Each time we face discomfort with courage, we grow stronger and more capable. The Stoic practice of amor fati, or the love of fate, also provides a powerful perspective on procrastination. Rather than resisting the challenges that life presents, the Stoics encourage us to embrace everything that happens as necessary for our growth and development. This mindset shift is crucial for overcoming procrastination because it helps us reframe difficult tasks not as obstacles, but as opportunities. When we view challenges as integral parts of our journey, we are less likely to avoid them. Instead, we approach them with gratitude and acceptance, recognizing that they are shaping us into stronger, more resilient individuals. By practicing amor fati, we develop the mental flexibility to accept whatever comes our way and to act with purpose regardless of the circumstances. Reflection and self-awareness, another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, are vital tools in the fight against procrastination. Through practices like journaling and evening reflections, the Stoics encourage us to regularly examine our thoughts, actions, and progress. This ongoing self-examination allows us to recognize patterns of procrastination, understand the emotions driving our avoidance, and make conscious adjustments. It's through this process of reflection that we gain clarity on our goals, refine our strategies for action, and stay aligned with our values. Self-awareness helps us identify the subtle ways procrastination creeps into our lives, whether through fear, distraction, or perfectionism, and equips us with the insight needed to overcome it. Moreover, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to one of the most common drivers of procrastination, the fear of failure. Fear paralyzes us, convincing us that it's safer to delay action than to risk making mistakes. But Stoicism teaches us that failure is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced as part of the learning process. Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus remind us time and again that what matters is not the outcome, but the effort we put in and how we respond to setbacks. Failure, according to the Stoics, is an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to grow stronger. By reframing failure in this way, we free ourselves from the fear that keeps us stuck in inaction. We become willing to take risks, to try new things, and to make mistakes, knowing that every failure brings us closer to success. Mindfulness, too, plays a critical role in Stoicism's approach to overcoming procrastination. The Stoics emphasize the importance of being fully present, focusing on the task at hand rather than being consumed by thoughts of the past or future. When we procrastinate, we often lose ourselves in worries about what might go wrong or regrets about what has gone wrong. This mental tug-of-war keeps us from taking action. But Stoicism teaches us to confine our attention to the present moment, to focus on what we can do right now, and to let go of everything else. Mindfulness allows us to break free from the mental clutter that feeds procrastination, enabling us to concentrate fully on the task in front of us. Stoicism also reminds us that time is our most precious resource, and procrastination is one of the greatest threats to its wise use. Seneca's observation that we are not given a short life, but we make it short, speaks directly to the dangers of procrastination. Every moment we spend delaying action is a moment lost, a moment that could have been used to create, to grow, to live more fully. The Stoics understood that life is fleeting, and they urged us to make the most of the time we have. By adopting a Stoic approach to time management, we can prioritize what truly matters, eliminate distractions, and ensure that our actions align with our long-term goals. This sense of urgency, the recognition that time is finite, helps us overcome procrastination and live with greater purpose and intention. In conclusion, Stoicism offers far more than just a set of tactics to overcome procrastination. It provides a way of life that fosters resilience, discipline, mindfulness, and purpose. The Stoic path is one of constant self-improvement, where we strive not for perfection, but for progress, where we welcome challenges as opportunities to grow, and where we take control of our thoughts and actions to live in alignment with our values. Procrastination, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, is not an insurmountable obstacle, but a call to develop the virtues that lead to a fulfilled life. To live as a Stoic means to recognize that we have the power, in each moment, to choose how we respond to the challenges we face, including the challenge of procrastination. It is a call to action, a reminder that we are responsible for how we use our time, and that every moment offers an opportunity to act with purpose. Procrastination may be a universal human tendency, but with the wisdom of the Stoics as our guide, we can transcend it, embracing the disciplined, courageous, and intentional life that leads to true fulfillment and peace. By integrating Stoic principles into our daily lives, we not only conquer procrastination, but also unlock the potential to live fully, to achieve our goals, and to cultivate the inner peace that comes from living in accordance with our highest values.